Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a review of the First Doctor and First Doctor sort of TARDIS exterior box. Sorry in advance for the lighting. It is December, so basically there's not a lot of natural light, and I have turned my light in said room that I'm recording this on, so if there's an orangey sort of, for lack of a better term, tinge to said video, that's probably why. Yeah, as I say, apologies for the terrible lighting in this video and in some of the next few reviews that I'm going to record today. What was it else I was going to say? Oh yeah, this was of course going to be a product, or this wave of Doctor Who action figures were meant to come out October. And of course, as I just said earlier, it's December now, so yeah, a little bit annoying. Would have been nice to have got these in October, and then the previous ones, you know, the ones that I have reviewed as well, like the Sensorites and the Vord, they were meant to, I think, come out sort of July, August time, so they were supposed to be the summer sets, and then this sort of wave of figures, the Earthshock ones, the 2 Dalek sets, and the 5 Doctors set, were meant to come out sort of October time, sort of October, November, I think, sort of be the more sort of, yeah, winter sort of slash latter end of the year sets. But yeah, yeah, first of all, I'll go through the sort of second Doctor, I mean the first Doctor even. That was a bit of a mistake there. I'm just thinking, like, trousers wise, he's the same as the previous First Doctor that I reviewed recently, which was the one with the Sensorites, I want to say. At least I keep thinking they're called Sensorites, I can't remember now, but anyway, compared to the original version of this figure, which is really, really rare and exclusive and hard to find, this one has, as I say, the sort of brown, with the sort of darker brown sort of checkered trousers like the Sensorites one, whereas the original version of this figure, which came with like a cape as well as like a little skull from like An Unearthly Child from like part 2 or 3 of the story, that one had like white trousers with like black sort of checkered sort of pattern. I think all of them still have the sort of brown shoes and that, and the sort of scarf, which is just this sort of grey with some 3 black lines, and then it sort of goes around his neck, and then is nicely sort of also on the back there, and that. So that's a really nice little sort of scarf. Other than really Tom Baker's 4th Doctor, you don't really see a lot of other Doctors with scarves. I mean, the only other one that springs to my mind is like Peter Davison in sort of the season 18 sort of Tom Baker scarf, which is a variant that I would love to have, but I don't in my collection. I love the hat, the sort of texture of the hat as well, and it is a Russian hat. Me and my mum did quite a bit of extensive Googling yesterday, and yeah, I think maybe part of me was thinking, I wonder if they did that to make him feel like he was not just your stereotypical sort of, you know, white British male, and or old white British male sort of thing, and also so he's one not from here, i.e. UK, England, but also he's out of time as well, because I don't think those hats would have been a thing in the 60s, I don't think. But yeah, so again, just I love it when the like TV and film do visual storytelling, and as I say, I feel like the hat is probably a bit like that, you know, and then, you know, you've got this sort of grey with like this sort of black wash on the back of the hair, and that the paint apps are a little bit like less extensive than the other version, the Forbidden Planet one, from what I hear. But to be fair, again, it's a cheaper sort of budget release, I guess. But again, this figure originally is like, you know, anywhere between like £50 to £100 plus, you know, sometimes just for this one figure alone. So it's a very nice and wanted, sought after sort of re-release. The sort of cravat sort of bit was blue on the original one, whereas this one's just like black, which is a bit annoying because then obviously it kind of goes sort of, you can't really see it too well on camera, for example, whereas if it was still the sort of darker blue, the cravat would have sort of stood out a lot more. He doesn't come with a walking stick either, so hopefully you have a walking stick in your collection to go with this First Doctor. But yeah, it would have been maybe nice to have an accessory, maybe, as I say, the walking stick, or maybe the skull again, but yeah, again, then again, on the flip side, you are getting the TARDIS as well. So yeah, that's that. The First Doctor out of the way. Now you've got the wonderful original Doctor Who TARDIS. I think this is one of my favourite TARDIS exterior boxes, or it's definitely up there. The St. John's ambulance sticker is not there because, it's only kind of partly there because the BBC don't have the rights to that sort of logo anymore, and by extension neither do character options. I love the sort of pebble dashed sort of effect on some of the windows, the sort of greyish wash as well, and just genuinely the that sort of Artex sort of wood grain effect is just really nice, but with this sort of dirty wash as well on top, just making it feel like it is this sort of battered. The speaker is still on the back, as is the panel. I don't think this one is light up and sound effect one. A light up and a sound effect one, but as I say, just the sort of griminess to this set is, or this box is really nice. Adds to that sort of, it feels like it's been in a bit of a junkyard or a bit of a mess, or that it's been a bit bashed around a bit as a prop. No insert, but that's the norm now with the B&M sets. Fair enough, I guess, if it keeps costs down, I suppose. Then you've got all the mucky sort of grime on the signs as well, on some of the sides of the sign, like on the back, and then on that side as well. And then the roof is different designed roof. It's sort of multi-stacked. It looks like it has two layers, but it's still just like up and up, and then really flat. And then you've got this new sort of lamp as well, maybe, with a lot of lumps and bumps on the top of it, which I really like as well. Just overall a really nice set, I think, for 20 quid, for 1999. I think you can't really go too wrong with this set. Personally, I think it's definitely the most sort of sought after from this wave. So, if you're on the fence about it, I would definitely recommend getting it ASAP, because I don't think, I do think it's gonna, get bought up very quick. I think, basically is the point that I'm trying to make, really poorly. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please do comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel.